Einen guten Nachmittag und herzlich willkommen zur heutigen Ausgabe des Cryptoskills Academy live hier auf Facebook, später natürlich auch auf YouTube und auch als Podcast. Ich bin heute bei Ola Haukland. Haukland, hello.
Hello.
Und wir werden das...
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, ja, it's great. Wir werden das heutige Interview auf Englisch machen. Weil er mit seiner Familie, mit seiner Firma, nicht Familie, aus Schweden kommt, beziehungsweise
Norwegen,
yeah, sorry. The ICO was in Sweden, yeah, maybe.
No, ICO
okay,
maybe later.
Let's talk later about
yeah.
Okay, gut. Ja, jedenfalls, ich darf euch kurz erinnern, meldet kurz in die Kommentare, wenn die Lautstärke passt, wenn der Ton passt, wenn es nicht zu viel halt. Wir haben extra einen speziellen Raum genommen. Und ja, wir wechseln jetzt auf Englisch, damit das Interview mit Ola auch stattfinden kann. Später, wenn ihr wollt, schreibt es kurz in die Kommentare, dann werden wir auch eine Übersetzung machen. Yeah, hello Ola.
Hello. As you can see, I could understand some German.
Some words. Yeah.
It's quite similar to Norwegian, so I can get the gist of what you're saying.
Great. Ola, we're here in Cracow, in the Cowork Space ForkLog.
Correct.
The Crypto Cowork Space.
It's a crypto co-working space for people who work with, basically crypto-related projects in the city of Cracow, Poland. Yes.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. So, tell me something about you and your person. What do you do, and how did you come in this whole crypto and blockchain space?
Yeah, so my story is basically I got into crypto early 2016. And I started working with crypto in early 2017 with BitSpace. It's the leading Norwegian company within blockchain and crypto in Norway. And I basically quit my job as a teacher. I'm actually a high school teacher, but I wanted to get behind this Bitcoin decentralization of money thing. So I decided to become a shareholder in BitSpace, a startup at the time, and basically help out whatever way I could. And already I forgot your question, but that's how I got into it.
Yeah, how did you get into it?
Yeah.
What's the interesting fact about that? About this whole crypto workspace or crypto and blockchain workspace? So what's the?
Do you mean this workspace
for you?
Or
no.
Like in general? Okay. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's Bitcoin is about sound money, and I think Bitcoin can do what gold couldn't do. I mean, gold has been successful, but it's also been unsuccessful in that it's been like we had gold as money, which is good, but then when there's no gold as money anymore, that means that gold sort of has failed as money. So there's a lot of problems with that. We could go into that. I'm sure a lot of people in the crypto space are aware of what problems there are with gold, like central or even the alternative to gold, which is central bank-backed money. But I think that crypto is a better, like Bitcoin is a better version of gold, an upgrade from gold. So I really started seeing in early 2016 how gold was important, and when I learned about Bitcoin, how Bitcoin can be even more important for the world, basically.
Something like evolution of gold. Could you say something?
Yeah,
like that?
I would say that. I mean, it's digital gold. It's based on the same properties as gold. It's deflationary currency. It has many of the same features as gold, but it's even better because it's digital and it's more portable and so on.
For sure, it's more portable.
Yeah.
I can. Although there's gold in my cell phone, I can't transfer that much money like I can do with Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. Yeah.
Right, and the problem is that gold is so valuable that you have to have such small amounts that are still valuable, and you can't divide it into like small milligrams or something.
Yeah.
Of course, you could have like 1% in a coin or something, but it becomes very easy to debase it. Whereas crypto, you can basically divide it into multiple decimals.
Until Satoshi's.
And I'm sure there could be more in the future when Satoshi is worth, I don't know, like $100,
Oh, yeah.
then of course you have to have more. But it's,
Milli-satoshis.
yeah, it shouldn't be a problem technically.
I think that's interesting topic for another one.
Yes.
For a whole separate live.
Yeah. So I guess just getting back to
Yeah.
what you asked, like, so how did I get into it? It's a philosophical question, an economic question, a moral question, definitely. I really wanted to get behind it, so I started working for BitSpace with basically a lot of content writing and anything that had to do with producing text. So now I'm in Poland. You may ask why. I've been here for about a year now. I run the monthly Cracow Bitcoin meetup, among other things, and I'm also setting up BitSpace here in Poland, and we're going to build hopefully a very strong team here of IT professionals. And
so you're here the CEO of BitSpace Poland.
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So what is your major aim when you're here? Why you're here? Except your girlfriend.
Yeah.
He said it before to me. He's here because of his girlfriend, but it's not a Polish girlfriend. Yeah?
No, it's a Russian girlfriend. But yeah. So except that
Polish and Russian girls are the best. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Eastern European.
Since my girlfriend is watching this, probably.
Yes.
Sorry, my dear.
No, where is she from?
Germany.
Oh, okay. Close enough.
Close enough. Okay, so back to the thing. You're here with BitSpace, CEO in Poland, BitSpace Poland. What is BitSpace doing?
So BitSpace is actually, we're many things. We're primarily an incubator.
Mm-hmm.
We have started several projects. We also do contracting on the side, but our main project is at the moment called BitGate. It is and has been our flagship project for a long time. It is going to be a mobile application for crypto assets, to which you will be accessing your crypto assets in the same way that you will access your traditional financial assets.
Okay, it's like bank account or
Yes.
Visa or something.
So on the app, you will have actual cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin to begin with, of course, and you will be able to access these with an onboarding process that will be indistinguishable from logging into regular banks, basically. And we're going to use local electronic ID solutions such as Bank ID in Norway, Swish in that's something else. Bank ID in Norway.
Social insurance number, maybe?
Yeah, it's sort of
Okay.
like that. So
Or in
something
Poland,
that everybody
it's the
uses.
PESEL or I think.
It would perhaps be something similar, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it's Bank ID is actually just a code that everybody gets.
Something like a public key?
No, kind of, but it always renews itself. So it's more similar to what is it? This two-factor identification.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so it's back. Good. Yeah.
So building a wallet, but this is also going to be an exchange, and we're launching in Sweden and Norway in these days. It's currently in closed beta, but it's slowly launching. So bitgate.no if you want to read more about that, and it's going to be available for Scandinavian users to begin with, of course, because it's tied to these identities in these countries. Yeah. But that's.
You will develop for sure over the country.
Yeah.
If the product is good, yeah.
Another thing we're doing is just to finish off, just mentioning everything, is a conference called Crypto Finance. So this is a conference that will take place in Oslo 2 weeks from now. It's basically perhaps, I think, the biggest crypto conference in Scandinavia, and it's for sure the biggest crypto conference in Norway. We aim at basically bridging the industries, the traditional financial industries, with the crypto industries at this conference, and sort of create this platform where industry professionals from both sectors can sort of come together.
So it's some kind of B2B conference?
Not necessarily, but it's of course it could be that. That's why a lot of businesses choose to come. crypto finance because they see a lot of good opportunities there.
Mm-hmm.
But we also do like personal investment and other types of content at the conference. Okay. There will also be an EOS Global Summit there for the blog producers of the EOS around the world. And yes, basically a 2-day conference. So cryptofinance.no for the people who want to.
Cryptofinance.io. I'll put it in the
.no
comments.
actually.
IO. NO.
Yeah,
okay, I put it in the comments later or in the description.
Good.
So everybody can check it out.
Yeah. So those are the main things we're doing. And yeah, we're basically like a big blockchain network with a huge team in Norway.
Okay, great. And you're here in I want to say Austria. You're here in Poland, not only because of your girlfriend, but also as a company because of the developer that are famous for Poland, I think. Yeah?
Yes, I mean, some people are calling the city Cracow a sort of Silicon Valley of Europe. So I mean, it's great. Like everywhere you go, you meet developers here. It's like any party, any football team you play at, any like anywhere you go, like people are just developers.
Yeah.
What do you do? I'm a developer. Like everyone is.
It's funny. Only a short story. I've been here some days ago, and I met at Starbucks a developer, and I was talking with a friend of mine about crypto, and the developer suddenly recognized what I was talking about cryptocurrencies, and he said, "Oh, let's wait." And then we talked a little bit, and he opened his laptop and showed me decentralized exchange. He just right now is trying on the test net.
That's cool.
So, but cool. one man show. Or it's at Starbucks developing his own DEX. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is. I think there's a lot of crypto people working like that, remote. And I guess that's what this co-working space, ForkLog.pl, if you're in the area, you should come here. That's what they're trying to also gather here in Cracow. This sort of hub where people can come and create this blockchain network.
Oh yeah,
local daily blockchain network.
That's so amazing what is here. What you can feel here everywhere is the drive and the power moving forward in what is happening in blockchain and cryptocurrencies. And that's so amazing being here. You feel this power everywhere. It's amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So what I have else is, what is your personal crypto skill everyone should have? What would you advise everyone, which crypto skill everyone should develop or should have to be prepared for blockchain and cryptocurrency issues?
So everyone, meaning like the regular guy on the street, sort of?
It's more like, I think, what you develop for yourself as a professional as just a regular person? I think maybe a regular person is
okay. Better, yeah. So for a regular person, I would say education. Just education about primarily Bitcoin. That's what I would say is the most important thing. Of course, all the other blockchain applications are potentially awesome, but I think learning what Bitcoin is, trying to just play around with it, learning how to set up your own wallet, learning how to store your private keys, learning how to basically protect and manage your own personal financial assets, learning how to take responsibility for that is basically the most important thing that people can do. Because I think the current financial system, it could go on for who knows how long, but it could also not go on for that long. It could crash, but we don't know. Yeah. It could. Some people say we were really close to crashing the whole system back in 2008, 10 years ago, but who knows if that's really something that's going to happen. But let's say it does. You really, really want to know how to protect yourself financially. So it's better to be prepared than to lose lose everything or even more. Yeah, and you don't really have anything to lose by learning how Bitcoin works. You only need like a tiny bit, and then you can actually start using it. and you will see if this is something you believe in which case feel free to invest more or whatever. But just knowing what it is so that you can easily get in with more, I think may be a very valuable thing, a very valuable approach for people these days.
Yeah.
Even though
Thank you.
these days it seems like
I think
everything's
that's
going
also
great for the
interesting.
markets, and
I think that's also very interesting for many of our viewers or listeners, because as a Bitcoin is somehow the blockchain, the first blockchain concept that really works. So it's great skill. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So in the very end, I want to ask you, because you're probably thinking of ICO doing something like this.
It may be,
maybe,
but we're moving very slow on this issue. So it's Bitgate. We are planning to have an ICO, but of course we are doing everything that we can to make sure that everything we do is compliant. So of course, since Norway is one of the countries, one out of many, which has sort of a lack of regulatory, like a developed regulatory system, it's something we are very, very cautious with moving forward too fast.
So if you consider one ICO, we'll type again,
yes,
and maybe we make another video.
So that will be for Bitgate.
For Bitgate,
most likely. Yes.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking time for
Sure.
our video.
Sure. Thank you for presenting me to the Austrian audience.
Yeah, Austrian,
Pleasure.
a little bit of German we have already. Und ich darf euch auch herzlich danken fürs Zuschauen, fürs Anhören. Wie gesagt, wenn ihr es wollt, schreibt uns kurz Kommentar, dann werden wir auf Wunsch auch gerne eine Übersetzung reingeben. Und ja, bitte liked das Video, schreibt eure Kommentare drunter, wir freuen uns über Feedback. Würde mich auch freuen, wenn ihr, wie gesagt, dann das Podcast oder das YouTube anschaut. Und herzlichen Dank. Servus, bis bald.
Auf Wiedersehen.